Trophy Shelly and FRASER PRYCE. The $13.5 million tribute series, Unveiled. Globe showing Europe, Africa, a celebration of Jamaica's sprinting legend. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. On a humid evening in Kingston, Jamaica, a roar of thousands echoed to the National Stadium. The spotlight shone not on the finish line this time, but on a stage. A grand unveiling was about to happen, an extraordinary $13.5 million tribute series dedicated to none other than Shelly and FRASER PRYCE, the pocket rocket, who had redefined what it meant to be a sprinter, a woman, and a legend. The world held its breath. This wasn't just about medals or records. It was about honoring a life that had inspired millions across continents, from young sprinters in Kingston alleyways to dreamers in Nairobi, Manila, New York, and beyond. The Shelly and FRASER PRYCE tribute series would not simply celebrate victories on the track. It would showcase the resilience, the spirit, and the unshakable determination that made her the legend she is today. And as the curtain rose, a journey began through history, glory, and legacy, roots of greatness seedling. Born on December 27, 1986, in the Waterhouse community of Kingston, Shelly Ann's beginnings were humble. Raised by her mother, a single parent working tirelessly as a street vendor, FRASER PRYCE grew up surrounded by struggle. But within that struggle bloomed resilience. She wasn't the tallest. She wasn't the most physically imposing. But what she had was heart, and an explosive drive that no one could measure with a stopwatch. In her early days at Woolmer's High School for Girls, she was known more for her infectious smile and fiery energy than her raw speed. Yet, the seeds of greatness were quietly taking root. Coaches began to notice her acceleration, the way she seemed to blast off the starting blocks like a rocket. And thus, the pocket rocket was born, the rise of a champion glowing star. When she burst onto the global stage at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, few had her on their list of favorites. But as the gun fired in the women's 100-meter final, the world witnessed something extraordinary. At just 21 years old, Shelly and FRASER PRYCE stunned the globe, blazing down the track to claim gold in 10.78 seconds. She became the first Jamaican woman to win Olympic gold in the 100-meter. It was the beginning of an era. Over the next decade, Shelly Ann would dominate sprinting, collecting 3 Olympic golds and 4 silvers, 10 world championship titles, multiple Diamond League crowns, countless records and accolades. But beyond medals, what stood out was her consistency. While many sprinters faded after a season or two, Shelly Ann kept coming back, year after year, defying age setbacks and critics, breaking stereotypes, defying time hourglass not done. In a sport obsessed with youth, Shelly Ann rewrote the narrative. After giving birth to her son Zian in 2017, many assumed her career was over. But FRASER PRYCE returned stronger, faster, and hungrier. At the 2019 World Championships in Doha, at age 32, she stormed a victory in the 100m, clocking an astonishing 10.71 seconds. She became the oldest woman in history to win a world title in sprinting. Her signature look, vibrant wigs in neon pink, green, or gold, symbolized more than fashion. They were a statement. I am here. I am fearless, and I will not be defined by limits. The $13.5 million tribute series movie camera gemstone. The unveiling of the tribute series was more than a sporting celebration. It was a cultural event, Jamaica's gift to the world, a recognition of Shelly Ann's impact. Small blue diamond, the structure of the series. The $13.5 million project was divided into 5 groundbreaking parts. Documentary film, a cinematic journey through Shelly Ann's life, from Waterhouse to Olympic podiums. Directed by award-winning filmmakers, it would feature never-before-seen footage, interviews with rivals like Allison Felix and Carmelita Jeter, and raw conversations with her family. Interactive Museum in Kingston, a state-of-the-art facility showcasing Shelly Ann's trophies, iconic race bikes, and interactive VR experiences where fans could race against her world record pace. Children's book series, illustrated stories for kids, teaching values of perseverance, discipline, and courage through Shelly Ann's journey. Global Scholarships Fund, millions allocated underprivileged athletes worldwide, ensuring that future champions, regardless of background, could chase their dreams. Annual Pocket Rocket Festival. A carnival-style athletics meet blending Jamaican music, food, and culture with sprinting competitions, all in honor of Shelly. Voices of Admiration, Globe showing Europe, Africa. When the tribute series was announced, tributes poured in from every corner of the globe. Usain Bolt. She's the greatest female sprinter of all time, no question. What she's done for Jamaica and for women in sports is unmatched. Serena Williams. As a mother and an athlete, I see myself in Shelly. She proves that women can do it all and do it brilliantly. IOC President. FRASER Pryce is not just a champion. She is a symbol of resilience, equality, and global unity. But perhaps the most touching words came from children in Jamaica who said, "She makes us believe that nothing is impossible, even if you're small, even if you're poor, even if the world doubts you." Cultural impact woman dancing musical notes. Shelly influence stretched far beyond the track. Fashion and identity. Her wigs and vibrant outfits inspired young athletes to embrace individuality. Philanthropy. Through the Pocket Rocket Foundation, she supported education for countless children in Jamaica. Women's empowerment. She became a living testimony that motherhood and elite performance can coexist. In music, reggae artists wrote lyrics about her. In dance, choreographers created routines mimicking her starting block explosions. Even in politics, leaders cited her determination as a model for national progress. The rivalries that defined her high voltage. Every legend needs rivals, and Shelly had many. Carmelita Jeter. USA, their battles in the early 2010s were electric, each pushing the other to faster times. Elaine Thompson-Herah. Jamaica, a friendly but fierce domestic rivalry, as the torch of Jamaican sprinting passed through generations. Sha'Carri Richardson. USA, the rising star who often cited Shelly as both an idol and a competitor. These rivalries weren't just about wins and losses. They showcased respect, growth, and the evolution of women sprinting. Legacy beyond medals, Dove. What makes Shelly extraordinary isn't only the golds and silvers. It's the story she leaves behind. She taught the world that greatness comes from humble beginnings. Age is just a number. Motherhood is not the end, but a new beginning. Champions aren't measured only in seconds, but in hearts touched. The $13.5 million tribute series crystallizes that message, ensuring that her legacy won't just live in record books, but in classrooms, communities, and young dreams worldwide. A night to remember Milky Way. As the grand launch concluded in Kingston, Shelly took the microphone. The stadium was silent. She smiled, tears glistening. Because legends do not retire. Legends live forever, in stories, in hearts, and now, in a $13.5 million tribute that celebrates not just a sprinter, but a queen. Shelly journey reminds us, greatness is not about how fast you run. It's about how deeply you inspire. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.